Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obedient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, not minding the network issues we have been having since morning, as you can see. But like I promised, we'll be coming back to tell you on how the Senate just got entangled in a rowdy session during their plenary today. It was very, very fierce. And many things were actually exposed, like I expect. I was talking earlier, and then I said that there are a lot of things are going to come out once there is this kind of a fight in the Senate. And it did come out. 500 million, a whopping 500 million transferred to senators, and nobody talked about it. We are not talking about the envelopes that they say were sent to their mail, or the prayers that Abia said that was sent to their mails, but this time around, Senator, one of their own, exposed it, that he did not receive his own 500 million. And he's a senior senator, that most of them that got were there, and they muted his mic. Let's just take a listen. We'll come back now.
Mr. President, sitting as chair, distinguished colleagues, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for yielding the floor to me. I thought when the chairman of appropriations spoke, it was as clear as crystals that there was a misunderstanding of the figures. When he came up with the GOEs and all the agencies on first line charge, there is no difference between the figure he reeled out and the figure purported to be padded. I thought with that matter would have been rested by Senator Ningi, saying that this 3-point-something billion trillion was not part of the budgetary provisions printed out for us. That would have settled this matter. We are going forth and back on these issues and coming up with issues of the budget and individual issues concerning what came to our various constituencies. If we want to go into those issues, all of us are culpable. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those issues, yes. So I think that Senator Ningi,
I'm seeing about again. I know let me turn to my Bible.
That is my position.
If you notice, this is Senator Jarigbe. And the moment he exposed this, there was rowdiness in that plenary and nothing else was discussed. As a matter of fact, if you notice, I just paused this very video because the rowdiness took so much longer and they muted his mic. You need to understand, we just need to understand all of this. This is a game playing happening in the Senate. They know that this man has struck in a chord. He had actually exposed another kind of worms that is happening in that very Senate. We are very much aware that what they discussed today and suspended Senator Ningi is just to take us out. On those discussions, avoiding the hunger that is in the land, avoiding the escalating commodities, food items that are skyrocketing, and also avoiding the issue of bandits demanding 40 trillion naira to release hostages to be paid as ransom, avoiding the need for. This is what we get from the Nigerian Senate, and they don't owe any Nigerian an apology. Yes, Ningi had admitted his whatever has transpired before them, he is the scapegoat. But there is something I need you to also understand. Ningi, having been suspended, is not going to lose any allocation that is going to be given to him. I have a post by another senator who was a former senator representing Kaduna in that Senate, who sent in a tweet of how such a thing would have happened to him. And if that very post is available, you will see. Now, but let me, before this very post, let's look at this thing. One, he is not going to be permitted to show his face in National Assembly. He is probably not going to attend, go into his office at National Assembly. And he is not going to attend to the constituency projects that they have to go around, and they are going to suspend his pay in all. Doesn't mean that he is not going to get his salary. Does not mean that he is not going to get whatever money that is going to be divided among the senators is going to be kept on hold. So a sacrifice, yes, by him, but he has exposed something. 3 trillion. Let's not forget that the executive admitted that there was a pardon of 1.2 trillion. Nobody has said, nor the Senate opened up to say what that money really is for. But most especially, why I'm here to inform you is that this expose of 500 million. How many of us in our different constituencies has been told about this 500 million, and whether this very 500 million that were shared among the ranking senators, so to speak, had actually benefited from it? Because we send them out there and the benefit are supposed to come to the people. So what do we get today? What we got today is that it's this thing. Now, let's look at that tweet again on what Senator Shehu Sani tweeted. He said, suspension in the Senate means a senator will not be allowed to attend the plenary and will be prohibited from attending committee meetings and participating in oversight functions. His salary, allowances, and all entitlements will be blocked. He will not have access to his office, and he is expected not to be seen within the premises of the National Assembly until the suspension is lifted. When I publicly disclosed the salaries and the running costs of lawmakers, it was the then Senate President who saved me from suspension. If you talk too much, your body go tell you. That is why even opposition no fit oppose too much. This is coming from a senator who has been there, who understands it. Why are we being diverted from what is plaguing the nation? Why are they shifting from what is supposed to be there? We'll have another one from Captain Tango, who said, it is not about Senate President Abia alone. All the senators are all involved, especially the Senate Appropriation Committee leader, Senator Olamide Olarekan, whatever, and the other. He said he intends to contest for Ogun Governorship 2027, and he will sow he will so steal a whole lot of money to facilitate his campaign. For him to be the chairman of that committee, then his allegations are so true. Well, these are coming. We have different people who are, commenting on X. This said there is a procedure in every organization for such. But what I perceive is northern senators plotting against Abia. Please, because of Allah and in the spirit of Ramadan, let's just divide this country or whatever that means for him. But that is from, just hold on from this very post and let's come down. They are dividing our attention. They are changing the narrative. We know the game. We should not be deceived. Every media house now, the talk will be about the suspension. It will be about the ratification of the Nigeria. That's why they want public. They had so arranged it that this Senator Ningi has to actually take the fall. The whistleblower, he has to take the fall. And the fall he took. All these arrangements, going on camera, going on live TV, being televised live on channels, on TVC and all of that. That is what they want you to see. But we don't forget what this man has exposed today. 500 million. It is not 50 million. It is not 5 million. 500. And they muted his mic. If it was not true, why would they mute his mic? Can they tell us what that 500 million is meant for? For those that he said received it there? No explanation. The mic was muted. Let them come out and they explain again. Explanation go tire them. Let them come out and explain how and what they did with 500 million. And again explain to Nigerians, just like His Excellency Peter Obi said, on the one that they accepted happened, which is 1.2 trillion. Let them come out and tell us all that. Let's put the issue of suspension aside. It has happened. Another 3 months, he's back with them and they continue. So, I think I've actually come. You can go to comment section. You might have your opinion of this, but go to comment section and tell us whether you feel this is not a diversion of our attention from the hunger that is happening in Nigeria, from the hardship that the citizens are feeling right now, from the banditry that is happening in Bauchi, in Borno, in Sokoto, in Kaduna, and Plateau, demanding ransoms that they give out at the end of the day, maybe the ones that will help out all this. We showed during the earlier videos and how thousands of people, we can see them all in the bush. We saw that. It was, you can check the previous video we did. They were all there. Let them give us where these people are being, which prison have they taken them to? Or are they sent back to the bush? Check the last video we did this afternoon. You will see multitude that are branded bandits, kidnappers, and all of that, paraded by the Nigerian soldiers, garant Nigerian officers. But which prison have they sent them to? Is that not a time that we declare that kidnapping become in Nigeria not just a capital offense, but an offense that when one commits should be outright death penalty? Outright death penalty for you to stop. Those are the lawmakers. Instead of debating how to handle this very issue the right way, they are there debating about suspension, about the expose and all of that. Well, we have our comment. Go to comment section, tell me and tell every other person if you think it's not a diversion from the hardship that is plaguing Nigeria. Just today, we had a report coming from Ekiti government house that a baby was dropped in front of the government house in Ekiti. They couldn't feed their babies again. And very soon you will be seeing that every woman will be carrying their baby to all the government parastatals, all the government offices, and they'll be dropping their baby. They can't feed their babies again. Hardship in the land. But we are. Doing what? With they pursue, what they call rats, while house they burn. 500 million. and their constituencies are battling with hunger and hardship. It is so appalling. It's so disgraceful what happened in the Senate today. So it is left for those people who can also push this so that they can be accountable to what they are receiving. That is that part of it. But we will not fail to mention what we always say, obedience and well-meaning Nigerians. We need to be together at these trying times. We have trying times in front of us, and we need to do what? To see how we can survive this time. We can survive this till 2027. It is left all of us to see how we can be able to handle that. And that's why we have actually opened up this obedient cooperative society. And we want everybody concerned, well-meaning Nigerians and obedience, to actually come into the obedient cooperative society so that we can help each other in this time of need. We want to have the less vulnerable. We will also have the people that we call financial members, people who will support people in agriculture. We have a lot of young men who are out there, who have farms, who are producing one thing or the other, that needs assistance that is not coming from the government, that we need to stay together and do what? See how we could be able to support them to produce some more. We will now establish clusters around the whole local governments in Nigeria. Every obedient cooperative society is local government based, will be local government based. And we support each other. And we will build a structure that will defeat this criminality that is happening in Nigeria today, that our principal had always talked about. We break the criminality. Yesterday, I spoke about why haven't the Senate talked anything about the Mahmoud Yakubu, who put us into this very dilemma. I talked about why is every other thing. I've seen hunger strike, I've seen hunger protest, I've seen all. Why is there no protest against Mahmoud Yakubu's removal? I see some people reacting from diaspora. They are going to act from Washington, from UK, and all of that. What about people at home? Are you afraid of Mahmoud Yakubu, who is going to handle another 3 gubernatorial elections in Nigeria? Ondo is coming. Edo is coming. Anambra State is coming. And then what will happen? You are expecting a different result. What you are going to get if nothing is done is a written report like in Kogi, like in Imo State. You are going to get a written result again. After lamenting and all that, like Dino Melaye did, is going to end up again. You go to the courts and what will happen? Nothing will happen. Let's change the narrative, but we must come together. Join the obedient cooperative society. Whether you are the less privileged, the vulnerable, join. Every month we'll be giving handouts, food items, as far as the power we can be able to put together. It is fully registered with us for now, and we want other people across the other local governments to do the same, so that we can come together and make these things work to make what? To push this very criminality down, because we must defeat them. We must defeat them. For our Muslim brothers who are in their fasting now, we wish you the best, that Allah will guide your fasting and give you the strength to bear it, so that we all come stronger in our cause for a better Nigeria. Just know that a new and better Nigeria is possible. I also have Adiola, credit to her, talking about what Alex Oti, who is an obedient, is doing in Abia State. Yes, Good governance is not about having this kind of buzzwords in the National Assembly. Good governance is don't talk less. Let your actions show. That is what is happening in Abia State. Let's take a listen to her. Very credit to Adiola.
No, I'm actually from Abia State too. I'm telling you, I am what? A Abiaite. Or what do we call ourselves? Those of us from Abia State, put it in the comment section. In fact, my hometown is Umuaha, right by the roundabout. That is where our compound is. But you know, jokes aside, my father, that is Abia State Governor Alex Oti, has transformed the state within 9 months, from ensuring security to road construction left and right to generating constant electricity. Amen. In fact, you need to show them the Abia woman celebrating 48 hours of uninterrupted electricity.
Like the joke. See, how many days now? See as AC everywhere just a chill. Everywhere they chill. When the person won't give her less what now, we go there enough. This light there, it's just a tutoring me, they go.
Father, 48 hours is just 2 days. So, but you will not believe that some Nigerians have never experienced 2 days of uninterrupted electricity. That is why they are celebrating. Can you imagine the giant of Africa? Some people are even saying, Hapa, you want to kill us with electricity.
As I come back, rush go my fridge, make I drink water. See what I see. Water I put for fridge, come out. See what I see. It done full block when they come out smoke. These 24 hours lights no be here. Unless I beg, call these people, may they take these lights small. Before you go spoil something for us. Unless I beg, pity us. May they take these lights small. I beg.
This is because Abia State has now installed the first independent power transmission station in the country, a geometric power plant, Abia Power Electric Limited.
I'm very pleased. Actually, I've been asking him almost every time, when are we going to commission? When will it be commissioned? And it's come true.
That today, the problem has been solved. 15 MVA substations have been built by Geometric. About 14 kilometer or 24 kilometer power line have been raised by Geometric also.
Wow. Wow. You see what we're saying? What is your own governor doing? I don't get it. Those of you that are not from my state, Abia State, what exactly is your governor doing? You see why it matters who you vote for. It's not just building roads left and right, by the way. You need to see the quality of the roads that they are building. And now they are doing what they call zero pothole policy.
The state government has adopted the policy of fixing all potholes on roads in Abia State. So road users expect that this one here at Cooperative Junction in Umuahia Metropolis would be fixed as soon as possible.
Ooh, you see, people are so excited. But not just that, he's also taking care of the drainage system, which is very, very important.
TV on the MX, and today is 1st day of March 2024. We are reporting at People's Road inside the gutter. This is the second time for cable TV to be inside the gutter. This is a very big gutter that channel or that empties its content inside the Abia River.
Oh, shit. You see, you cannot tell me that this governor has not been watching my show. No. You can't tell me that. Emma Binu, but we've been talking about doing things like this across Nigeria for years. So the man has been watching the show. Whenever flooding season starts in Nigeria, do you think that the people of Abia will be praying for a miracle when they are doing the right thing? No. Because it won't have as much effect as it used to compared to places with poor drainage system. Now, for those of you who are saying that Abia is the dirtiest city in Nigeria because you see waste disposed everywhere, this governor is taking care of business. So people are making videos, driving around Abia, showing us what it looks like now, saying it is gradually becoming one of the cleanest cities in Nigeria. How will we not pray for this kind of governor? Why don't we pray for him when we are telling thunder to fire some people? This governor is actually working. He's doing his job. And he's also working on the economy of Abia so that young people will be productive. As it is, the constant electricity and good roads is directly affecting the businesses in Abia State. Before you know it, businesses will start moving to where? To Aba, because they will save a lot of money. Who wants to be spending money on a power generator and buying fuel? And then there will be more job opportunities for young people in Aba, indirectly pulling people out of poverty, and crime rate will do what? It will go down. That's exactly why I do this show, guys, because I believe that politics directly affects the quality of life of the people. Now, the only thing that I want to beg of the governor is to ensure that the development goes around the state, not just in Aba. It has to be felt all over the state. Guys, you have to hold your governors and your lawmakers accountable, not just the president too. And speaking of the president, I'm sure you saw the video. I'm sure you saw it. The video of Tinubu and his entourage in Keita. Tinubu had 2 sons among the delegates. In fact, they were the first in line. And I want to realize, do these guys not have a job before their father became a president? I mean, they are grown. Not that they cannot travel with their daddy if they want to, but not on official duty using taxpayers' money. And they should not be presented as delegates when they are not holding any public office. I don't have anything against them, but let us not run a country like family business. Amen, somebody. Amen, amen. Now that I have your attention, move closer. Let's talk about something that is controversial.
So guys, I just needed to just briefly tell you that there are people who are working. There are people, election has consequences, we know that. Whether we like it or not, there are people who are not talking much, but they are doing the work. We have obedience like Alex Oti, who is doing marvelously well over there. And we hope that not just him, but other senators that are brought in, that we all obedient stood on the line, not just standing on the line. We weather the sun, we weather the rain on that voting day to make sure that we bring them in. They are all in that rowdy Senate today, and we did not hear voices. And also, we have so many of them in different state house of assembly, and we have them in the federal house. And what are we expecting? We are expecting that they do the needful. Let them speak up. Those laws that we are said to have made permanent by the courts can be reviewed by them, especially the power that is given to INEC to transmit results as they so wished. We are the ones who are casting those votes, and we have sent them to the National Assembly. All we demand from them is to review what we had as a challenge. So I will now challenge everybody that has in their different constituency, who is your representative in your constituency. Charge that very person for the change in that electoral act, in that electoral law. If they want to make transmission of results to be direct, let it be. If they don't want, let it not be. But we need something that is very, very important against 2027. So while we stick together, there are still people like Alex Oti who are making governance to be sweet, and he is an obedient. So please let us join hands together as we stick together in this cooperative society to form a common alliance, to have a structure that will be solid against 2027. So while we do so, until then, please go into the comment section, tell us that you're obedient, tell us also that you are in support of P2B's excellency as we move towards 2027. And most importantly, join the obedient family community, join the cooperative society. The link is in that. We'll be having a meeting between weekend and next week, Zoom meeting, while we all converge and then discuss more on moving forward and how we are going to support all obedience and well-meaning Nigerians who are into production, agricultural production, and then how to support the less privileged amongst us with food items. Until then, goodbye for now.
Minister, for the overview. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to quickly go over the items that were discussed and consequently approved at the Federal Executive Council. One of the key areas, as the Honourable Minister has mentioned, is the fact that our administration has taken a very bold step towards implementation on aspects of the Orasanya panel report, which speaks to mergers, subsuming, scrapping and relocation of parastatals, agencies and commissions of federal government. This is in line with the need to reduce cost of governance and ensure that we have streamlined efficiency across the governance value chain. We'll go through quickly the list of agencies that have been so earmarked to be scrapped and their functions moved to ministries and agencies, and those merged and those to be subsumed. For agencies that are required to be merged, I'll take it. National Agency for Control of AIDS, HIV/AIDS, NACA, to be merged with the Center for Disease Control in the Federal Ministry of Health. National Emergency Management Agency to be merged with the National Commission for Refugee Migration and Internally Displaced Persons. The Directorate of Technical Cooperation in Africa to be merged with the Directorate of Technical Aid and to function as a department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Infrastructure Concession and Regulatory Commission to be merged with Bureau for Public Enterprises. Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission to be merged with Nigerian Export Promotion Council. National Agency for Science and Technology and Science and Engineering Infrastructure to be merged with National Center for Agricultural Mechanization and the Project Development Institute. The National Biotechnology Development Agency to be merged with the National Center for Genetic Resource and Biotechnology. The National Institute for Leather Science Technology to be merged with the National Institute for Chemical Technology. The Nomadic Education Commission to be merged with the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult Education and Non-Formal Education. The Federal Radio Corporation to be merged with the Voice of Nigeria. The National Commission for Museum and Monuments to be merged with the National Gallery of Arts. The National Theatre to be merged with National Troupe of Nigeria. The National Meteorological Development Center to be merged with the National Meteorological Training Institute. The Nigerian Army University, BU, to be merged with the Nigerian Defense Academy to function as a faculty within the Nigerian Defense Academy. Air Force Institute of Technology, also to be merged with the Nigerian Defense Academy to function as a faculty of Nigerian Defense Academy. We now move to the agencies to be subsumed. The Service Compact with Nigeria Servicom to be subsumed to function as a department under the Bureau for Public Service Reform. The Border Communities Development Agency to be subsumed to function as a department under the National Boundary Commission. The National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission to be subsumed into the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission. The Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution to be subsumed under the Institute for International Affairs. The Public Complaints Commission to be subsumed under the National Human Rights Commission. The Nigerian Institute for Trypanosomiasis to be subsumed into the Institute for Veterinary Research. The National Medicine Development Agency to be subsumed under the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development. The National Intelligence Agency Pension Commission to be subsumed under the Nigerian Pension Commission. For agencies to be relocated, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company to be relocated to the Ministry of Power. The National Agricultural Land Development Agency to be relocated to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The National Blood Service Commission to be converted into an agency and relocated to the Federal Ministry of Health. The Nigerian Diaspora Commission to be converted into an agency and to be relocated to the Federal Ministry of Finance. In addition, Mr. President constituted a committee that would work within a 12-week period to ensure that the necessary restructuring and legislative amendments that are needed to ensure the full actualization of these approvals was granted. He tasked this committee with an immediate terms of reference to proceed and ensure all of these are done within a period of 12 weeks. The committee membership comprises of the following: the Secretary to the Government of Federation will chair the committee, the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, member, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, member, the Honourable Minister of Budget and National Planning, member, the Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reform, member, the Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination as a member, the 2 Senior Special Assistants to the President on National Assembly are members, and the Cabinet Affairs Office will serve as Secretariat. The committee would look at the administrative restructuring and also the legislative amendments required to ensure the full implementation of the recommendations. The other aspects of recommendations that have also been passed to the committee to relook at. It's important for us to appreciate the bold approval granted by Mr. President at the Federal Executive Council. This has been a recommendation that has been, I think, in the Nigerian discourse from 2012. We're here in 2024 and it's so been approved, and the aspects that are applicable to mergers, as I said, subsuming and scrapping and relocation of agencies are those that have been so considered arising from the totality of the panel report. So I thank you all for listening, and I look forward to any questions for clarification. But the Minister said, so it's not this committee, they're members. They're members on the Committee on Social Investment. Yes, all right, thank you.